Okay, well, this is Chris Aiken on behalf of the Downtown Business Association. I'm very happy to have our latest business spotlight, and I'm happy to welcome Kimberly Anderson from Sweeet Repeeet Consignment. Welcome, Kimberly.
Hi, thank you.
Well, thanks for coming. Can you give us a little bit about your background and how you ended up opening up a consignment store?
Sure. I actually started years ago in the corporate image and etiquette business. And as that evolved, I went into personal styling and worked for some of the big box stores, Bloomingdale's, and then ended up at Nordstrom for many years. And found I actually, in hindsight, I come from a background of shopping thrift stores. I grew up with 6 siblings, and so my mother was the master of making us look great on a budget. And from thrift stores to garage sale finds, and so she just had a knack, and I learned that knack of how to put things together without spending a lot of money, and it served me very well in working for those box stores and for my own personal style.
Well, how long has Sweet Repeat Consignment been in business?
We opened in 2011, and so we're approaching our 10th year in October.
Perfect. And why is consignment important?
Well, consignment's important on several different levels, in my opinion. Number one being that it serves 2 purposes. It helps our landfills, which are really important, especially in today's world. In the last 15 years, we've really seen fashion evolve into what we call in the industry fast fashion. It's inexpensive. You wear it once or twice. You don't care if it falls apart because you didn't spend a lot of money for it. Well, that ends up in our landfills, and just tons of billions of clothing that pollute our earth. So when you repurpose your clothing or sell it at a consignment store, not only then are you as the consigner making a little bit of money, you're helping our landfill, and hence I have a business. So it really helps. It really helps everybody. It helps our Mother Earth, so to speak, and it helps the consigner earn a little bit of money, and then I get a little business out of it as well.
Oh, that's great. What are some of the common misconceptions that customers might have about consignment stores?
I think really often I hear, "Oh, you're a thrift store," and the disconnect. A thrift store is a nonprofit, and of course we're for profit, and a thrift store takes in clothes and they just hang them up on a hanger. They don't care if they're really dirty and they're wrinkly or if they have holes in it. Where a consignment store, especially one like mine, where I'm looking at every single garment before I put it on my floor. I'm inspecting it to make sure that it doesn't have stains, it smells good, it's clean. And so I guess that's really the disconnect, is we are not a thrift store, and we're really, I would say, just a cog below a nice boutique, in the sense a lot of the things that we have in the store are brand new.
Oh, perfect. So what have you done, obviously, with the COVID-19, what have you done at Sweet Repeat Consignment in this process?
Well, we started offering very much into it, several month and 2 weeks into the COVID. We did open our door in the sense that we offered women a private 1-hour shopping event. So they could come with someone that they were living with at home, a daughter, maybe even a mother and a daughter. So we offered them a safe environment in which to come and shop. And quite a few women took advantage of that, for sure, because they just wanted to get out of the house. And a lot of women don't like to shop online. So it really, it served 2 purposes. They got to see someone else besides their husband or someone living in their house, and it helped just to clear their mind of what was going on.
Right, I appreciate that. Can you tell, as far as your customer base, can you give us a little sense of the demographic of your customer base?
Oh, sure, absolutely. Our demographic is very diverse because I make sure that when I'm looking at clothes, I'm not taking in clothes just that I like. Um, Else I'd have a store that everything looks like what I wear. So I really pick, our demographic is a young gal, 27, 25, 27, up to 70, if you can believe it. So it makes it for a hard marketing in that regard, but we really are able to pick clothing that would service all of that demographic, which makes it really, really nice. You could be shopping, a young girl could be shopping literally with her grandmother, and they both could find something.
Well, that's great. So it really serves a really diverse age group.
Yes.
That's fantastic. Now, do you offer online offerings as well? I mean, do you have to come to the store? What are different options that you offer?
Yeah, we haven't gotten into the e-commerce actually, and it doesn't really work for my industry in that regard because there's only a very small margin for profit in my business. And when you start to spend the time to photograph and put it online, the margins just don't work out for me. We will sell higher end items, handbags, shoes online for customers, which we really have done quite well with. Maybe a lot of women want to sell on those platforms, but they don't really know how. So it lends us to do that for them. And then if we're selling a higher end product like that, we give them a bigger percentage if we sell it online for them.
So maybe you could take me, this is my own understanding, a little bit through the process. If I have if my wife has a really nice handbag and she wants to sell it through you, and whether it's online or the store, can you explain how that works?
Yeah, it's so simple. So she comes in and establishes an account with us, and then we take it from there. Once it's sold, we do whatever we have to do. We market it, we post it online, we put it on our Instagram and our Facebooks. We have been doing live Instagram lives, shopping in the store, virtual shoppings, which has been nice. And then once it sells, depending on the price point, if it's over $500, she'll receive 60 to 70% of the sale price. And if it's under that, then she receives 40% of it. If it's just clothing, pretty much she gets 40% of anything of what it sells for. And that's it. She comes in and picks up her check and we're all good.
So it's really easy for the customer. You put it in your hands, you do all the rest, and
absolutely. Yep. You don't have to worry about especially people selling online, we take the responsibility of everything from photographing it to shipping it to paying for the insurance to make sure it gets to its destination where it's supposed to be in the right hands. Yeah. So it makes it safe. Also purchasing, sometimes these ladies will purchase online, and we have the reputation. I've been in the business a long time. I know what's authentic, what's not authentic. And sometimes when you buy online, you're just not sure where you're purchasing it from. And I've heard a lot of stories over the years here of women who have been duped a little bit,
Sure.
Yeah.
And you mentioned your private shopping. I want to do a quick plug. I know here at the DBA, we're working with you to do one of these live events, and keep your eyes out for that. But tell me a little bit how do we contact you? Where are you, and how do we set up a personal appointment? Maybe you can tell me kind of where you are in San Clemente, how to contact you, and how best to do this.
Yeah. Well, we are of course not in our downtown area. We're on the Coast Highway, so we're on El Camino Real, right by Palizada. And how they could get a hold of us, we're here Monday through Saturday, and maybe we could put up a phone number. We're at 949-429-3100. The other thing is they can always look us up on our website, and but here's the kicker. I wish someone would have told me this when I started my business. We have 3 E's in our business name. So it's sweet with 3 E's and repeat with 3 E's. It's a long story, but it's kind of goofed us up because when we were looking for business names, there were 64,000, if you can even imagine. That was 10 years ago, Sweet Repeats. So we thought, oh, we'll throw in another E. Well, it hurt us in the long run. So that's how they could get a hold of us also, though, is by Sweet Repeat Consignment. We're on Instagram, we're on Facebook, and we do quite a bit on Instagram with direct selling.
Perfect. Well, San Clemente, please come and see Kimberly at Sweet Repeat Consignment. Kimberly, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Talk to you soon.
Okay, bye-bye.